Hi there, my name is Alex Gurba. I'm a registered physiotherapist at Gemini Health Group in Richmond Hill and a proud daddy shark of 2.5-year-old twins. And today I want to talk about the squat. When you're doing these at home, there's a few principles that you want to stick to in order not to hurt your knees and your lower back. So let's discuss the main few things. Number one, we want to make sure that our knees do not cave in as we squat down. So as you bring yourself lower, we do not want to see the knees coming inward. As you push yourself back up, we want to make sure that we're pushing the knees outward. So a squat should look like this. The knees should be rotated out. One way that you can ensure that that's happening is by rotating your feet to 1 and 11 on the clock, and then have your knees follow in line with your toes in order to make sure that they're rotated slightly out. It's going to look like this one more time. There we go. The second step is making sure that the knees don't go past the toes. So I'm going to go sideways for this. If you're starting your squat and your knees bend first and they're going beyond your toes, that's going to put a lot of extra stress on your knees. What we want to do is push the bum back as you squat down to make sure that the knees stay behind the toes. So again, if you're going down this way, try to push the bum back to ensure that the knees are behind the toes. That's an extremely important step. The third step is that we want to keep the pressure going through the heels. We don't want the weight on the toes. In order to do that and make sure that you're doing it correctly, when you're in the squatted position, try to wiggle your toes. If you can wiggle your toes, right, even deep in the squat, if you can lift up your toes, that means that the weight is going through your heels, which is going to engage your glutes better. The last thing that I want to ensure that you do is try to make sure that you don't focus on keeping your back vertical. We want to keep the back fairly straight, but it does not need to be vertical. So when you're squatting down, if you keep your chest out and try to keep your upper body vertical, your low back will hyperextend. It's okay to tilt forward a little bit. As you're squatting down, no matter how low you go, it's okay to keep your torso straight, but not vertical. That will ensure that your low back doesn't get hurt when you do it. The squat is just like any other exercise. You can do it regularly every day, every other day in order to build up some good muscle mass. Do 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions to start. Start without weights, and as you get more comfortable, progress to adding resistance. The way to do that would be potentially with dumbbells. You bring yourself nice and wide for extra support, coming down and back up. Okay? From the side, okay? And that's the squat. If you have any more questions for us, please email us at info@geminihealthgroup.ca. Thanks.